Hello YouTube, Tammy is a yarn crafter here for Things We're Making Thursday video. Yes, I'm in the same outfit. I am filming this shortly after I filmed my Whip Wednesday video. And to start off with, disclaimer, I misspoke in my last video, my Whip video. I will have a video out Friday for finished objects. I happened to kind of glance to my one side here and saw something sitting there and I thought, when did I finish that again? And I'd go look at my videos. Sure enough, it was after I did my finished videos or my videos from last week. And this was not made into a video yet. So there will be a video Friday as well. If you'd watched my Whip Wednesday video from 2 Wednesdays ago and you liked what I was making and how it was coming out, you might want to check my finished Friday video. But we're not here for that. We are here for Things We're Making Thursday. Now, quick rundown of what Things Make Thursday is all about. Back in 2023, a very small group of ladies on YouTube got together. I want to say between 4 or 6 ladies. I could be wrong on how many content creators were involved initially. I know it was a very small group. And I myself like to call them the Things We're Making Thursday founding mothers because they started it. And what they did for 2023 was they picked out 12 different patterns from wristers, hats, pillow covers, blankets, baskets, amigurumi. There was pumpkins, which technically is another amigurumi, and like different items. And each month they featured one free crochet pattern. And they all put their own spin on it, talked about, any problems they were having, any different, maybe mistakes they found in the pattern, which I don't think many found any, except for one of the fingerless gloves. The instructions were a little odd from what I saw from a few content creators. And then what yarn they used, because a couple of the items, the yarn, a lot of people don't have that in their stash or couldn't get it. So it was neat to see how different items turned out by different creators. Well, over the year, the group grew very fast, and I know myself did not participate in 2023, but I did follow, and there is a Facebook group called Things We're Making Thursday, and occasionally they would bring out that month's pattern, and I would go and look for a knitting free version similar to the style of what that month was, and shared it in the Facebook group. I did that 2 or 3 different times. And I know Erin over at Crafting Kitty did the same thing in her video tutorials for Things We're Making Thursday. And she'd share a few knitting patterns as well. So the founding mothers for 2024 decided, okay, we need to switch this up because we're only reaching the crochet community. And there's a lot of crocheters who also knit. But then there's a lot of knitters who very little may crochet or not crochet at all, and we're leaving them out. So 2024 rolls around. How'd they change it? Each month they decide to give us a theme. And we would run with the theme and make what we want that covered said theme. That is when I started participating in making things, and that's when I also started recording videos on my channel. So I thought, perfect, put the two together. Now, for 2025, they kept the theme idea, but they still changed it a little. And what they did for 2025's list is they want us to design our own item. So they didn't really want us to follow a pattern if we could, help it kind of thing. And most of the list, which I've looked at a couple times now, I thought, most of those items, you can make in multiple different styles of stitches. This isn't going to be that hard. So, for the month of April, our theme is cup cozies or can cozies. And I thought, perfect. I'm going to do a 4-in-1 project. So, I, by the way, made a list finally of different content creators. I'm going to put this up over here where my basket or my bins are so that I keep remembering what channels I want to speak of, because there's a couple I keep getting their channel wrong, and I am so sorry, ladies. I don't mean to do it on purpose. So, 4 projects in one. Start off with things we're making Thursday. A cup cozy. I will show it to you in a moment. Then, second one is over at Judy's Creations in Crochet. Each month, she gives us a butterfly picture, and we're supposed to draw our color inspiration from said picture. So that is number 2. Number 3, Nan's Crochet Ideas. Now, what she's doing this year and next year, and right now it's just Terry doing it because Lottie's come down ill, and it's going to be some time before she will be back to able to participate in YouTube, I think, the way she used to, kind of thing. So we're just going to leave it at that. Keep her in your thoughts, please. That's all I can ask. But right now, they are doing Stitch versus Stitch challenge, and you can make one item for one stitch, or you can make an item for one stitch and an item for the other stitch. So that is entry number 3. And the stitches this month were a shell stitch and then a different type of shell stitch. I went looking for that other one. I couldn't find it, and I, off the top of my head, couldn't tell you what the stitch was exactly called. I know it was something another shell stitch. I couldn't find it, so I just went with a basic shell stitch. And then because I knew what stitch I needed to use, I then went over to Erin Crafting Kitty Creator Spotlight, which is entry number 4. This is 4 different ways I'm using said project. And I went and looked at our Spotlight Creator for the month to see if they had a shell stitch tutorial, which they did. And here is my cup cozy. The butterfly was black, mainly black with green. Now, working with black obviously is really hard to do, and I want the green to really pop, so I did more green than black, which is okay. Now, before you yell at me, yes, this is acrylic yarn. Yes, I am very aware you should not use acrylic yarn on hot drinks. I keep an eye on my acrylic. I feel it to make sure it doesn't feel like it's getting super hot. I check it always after I've used my acrylic cup cozies to make sure there's no burn marks of any kind, or if it smells funny, if it's melting or anything like that. If you're afraid to use acrylic on hot drinks, you can still do a cup cozy in acrylic. Just use it on, like if you go to say McDonald's, A&W, Burger King, whatever type fast food restaurant, and you get a fountain drink, especially in the summer months, and you get a lot of the condensation, you can use your acrylic cozy on it. Or if you're drinking a soda or a pop, whatever, or an adult beverage out of a can or a bottle, and it's in the summer months and it's been chilling in the icebox for many hours, again, condensation. Put acrylic one over top of it. No big deal. Yes, I know, like I said, it should be made of cotton. I would recommend at least a 75 blend cotton or higher, preferably 100% cotton if you can, just because it's kitchen cotton then, and it's made for things like this. So that is my cup cozy for the month. It's a beautiful shell stitch. It was just there's a 2-row repeat, and I did the repeat 3 times. And all I did was figured out, okay, well, it said multiple of whatever stitches it was at the time. And I measured that along the size of my cup that I got here sitting a spare kind of thing. And then I thought, okay, and it worked back and forth in the flat. And again, yeah, my sewing skills are not the best. This one's for me. I'm keeping it. And as you can see, the sewing skills are not the greatest. I've always admit I cannot sew really well, or really at all. So, yep, that's my cup cozy. I like it. Next week for things we're making Thursday, we'll be doing a slideshow because I'm only going to make the one this month. And like a lot of our projects for this year are smaller projects. So you never know what I might all make. But yes, that's my things for Making Thursday. I hope you guys liked it. Again, like I said, there will be a finished object video for Friday, and stay tuned for that. Don't know what hubby and I are doing this weekend. He was supposed to have something planned on Sunday, and now it's been nope, not happening. So I don't know if we're going to be home all weekend or what. So I will see you guys all later.